Welcome to the Japan-America Society of Georgia's 2015 Bonenkai Holiday Celebration Gala. My name is Yoshi Demoto. I'm the Executive Director of the Society, and I'm so thrilled to see so many people in attendance tonight to celebrate the winter holidays. We are in for a very special evening, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening. For those of you here at our first JASG event, welcome and yokoso. We hope you will enjoy tonight's festivities and become more acquainted with our organization. The Japan-America Society of Georgia is a nonprofit organization with the mission to promote the mutual understanding between the people of Japan and Georgia. We aspire to make Georgia a better place for Japanese and American businesses, and also support programs and projects for cultural, educational, and social exchange between the American and Japanese community here in Georgia. But we certainly encourage you to join our membership if you have not done so already. It's a great way to meet people, connect with new friends, and reacquaint yourself with the old acquaintances. To our members, thank you so much for your continued support. We appreciate it very much, and please don't hesitate to contact me or our office so we can better serve you. At this time, I would like to introduce the chairman of the Japan-America Society, Mr. Robert Johnson, for some opening remarks.
Minasan konbanwa. Boy, watching that documentary, it makes you just want to pack your bags and go to Japan, doesn't it? Nihon ni ikimashou. Hontoni. It's great to be with you, and thank you, Yoshi. I have the honor of introducing Consul General Tsunaga on stage for official remarks from the Consul General of Japan. Consul General, dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Good evening, konbanwa minasan. It is a great honor again to be invited here and speak in front of so many people here today. First of all, I want to thank the Commissioner Chris Carr for coming here and sharing your precious time with us. Thank you very much indeed. You know, this lunchtime, I went to the lunch of Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, and there was Mayor Reed, and he said Atlanta is now the third largest concentration of Fortune 500 companies in the United States. And also the more and more American and foreign companies are moving their headquarters to Atlanta. And it is because of you, Priska. You have made all these things happen in Atlanta. And thank you very much for it. And you are very helpful for the Japanese companies too. I really appreciate it. And I like Atlanta very much, but unfortunately I have to say that I have to be returning to Tokyo very soon, by the end of this year. So my time here is coming now to a close. And I enjoyed working with many members of your society for many events. And just name a few. The Japan Fest, which you see in the movie, the Japan Fest this year was a big success. And also the Japan-American Society of Georgia made a big contribution to the success of a walk in the US Talk on Japan delegation sent by the Japanese Prime Minister's office. And also they helped me to throw a first pitch at the Braves game. Thank you very much. That was not a success anyways. And next year, there is the Japan-America Grassroots Summit, in which the more than 2,000 Japanese boys and girls will come to Georgia to have an exchange program with the American counterparts in Georgia. And I am convinced that this important event will be a great success too, with the hard work and the dedication of the people here. So I have to return to Tokyo with this all beautiful memories, and I will never forget this the rest of my life. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year and Happy Christmas. Thank you.
And for all of the hard work and the dedication to Atlanta from our Sunaga family, I want to propose a toast. So everyone, please join me in a toast. Raise your glasses. We can say cheers and kanpai. Thank you so much.
Yukari. Maybe Atlanta, ready to have a party. I came from Japan, Atlanta rising sun. Doing all I can while getting my job done. I've been to many places, 8,000 places, and I not like the rest. I speak dance and dress. I can easily impress. I was there for Atlanta, my second home again. A-Town, A-Town, what's that? A-Town, A-Town, what's that? Thank you very much. And for the maybe last stage here in Georgia, I want to sing this song for you all. Junko Fujiyama on piano. Thank you very much, Junko. And promise us, wherever we go in this world, please find us and visit us.
Yo
I will never forget about that. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you. So can I sing one more song? Yes. Walking down the street today, I saw a girl across the way. I asked where she's going. She said, come with me. She took me down this avenue where we met the folks in you, where was the enchanted and spent them away. Down Peachtree Road, down Peachtree Road. Like a nice Saturday, any day, any night. You've got to look upon the Peachtree Road, down Peachtree Road, down Peachtree Road. Like a nice Saturday, any day, any night. You've got to look upon the Peachtree Road. Thank you very much.
Chris Carr was named Commissioner of Georgia Department of Economic Development by Governor Deal and joined the agency in November 2013. Now, prior to becoming the commissioner, being appointed by the governor, Chris had a 10 years with Senator Johnny Isakson's office. The last 6 years of which he served as Chief of Staff. And so we have a man here who has connections to our Congress and our state government. And as the commissioner, he leads the state agency responsible for creating jobs and investment in Georgia through business recruitment and expansion, international trade and tourism, as well as the arts, film, and music industries. And so I think with that, let's give Chris a warm welcome.
Konnichiwa. If it's okay with you, I will switch back to English now. It is an honor to be here tonight. And I am so thankful that the Japan America Society of Georgia has invited me to be here. It is truly an honor. But I make it a rule never to speak after a beautiful rendition of Georgia on My Mind by a Consul General's wife. So good night, everybody. What a wonderful evening. And I also know that I'm standing in the way of the remainder of the entertainment this evening. A great band Parsons Corner. So, yeah, that's right, round of applause. It is later in the evening, I recognize that. I have been told that Bonenkai means forget the year, and so the holiday spirits may be flowing. So I may keep my remarks to about an hour and a half in all PowerPoint and facts. I could stand up here and I could tell you about all the wonderful Georgia companies like Aflac and Delta and UPS that are doing business in Japan. I could talk about the over 400 companies that we're so proud of that are from Japan that are doing business here in Georgia that we consider Georgia companies. But I think you all have heard the statistics before. Needless to say, we are so very proud of our relationship with Japan. A relationship that goes back over 40 years. And when the state of Georgia went to open up the very first office overseas, they went to Tokyo, Japan. And the reason is very simple. We are very much alike. And it is because of relationships like that are occurring in this room. And Consul General Sunaga is very kind. He has given me far more credit than I deserve or should receive for the business success in this state. Because the reason we have been successful in the state of Georgia is not me, it's everybody in this room. It is the leadership of Governor Deal, it is our General Assembly, it is our business community, and it is the Japanese companies that have chosen to come to Georgia and the culture that you bring. And thank you very, very much. So I want to talk just briefly, and I want to recognize our relationship. When you have been friends for over 42 years, you know each other pretty well. But you always need to go back and tell the people that you care about that you do, and tell them why. And there is no better way to get to know your friends than to invite them to your home. For those of you that are from Japan, that are here visiting, that are here doing business, welcome. We are so very glad to have you here today. We want you to stay. We want you to have a great experience, and we want to get to know you better. But we also know how important it is to go visit your homes. Governor Deal in 2013 led a trade delegation to Japan in August of 2013. And this summer, I led a delegation to Japan. And it was my first visit to Japan, and let me tell you, I fell in love. It is a wonderful country. Why, again? Because folks in Japan are just like folks in Georgia. Business-oriented, friendly, welcoming, hospitable. And we had a great opportunity to go to Osaka, to Nagoya, and to Tokyo. While we were in Osaka, I had the good fortune of every morning waking up and running down a beautiful river that ran right through town. And there were a lot of people like me that were out running, but there were also a lot of people playing music. And there were people that were rowing down the beautiful river. It was a great setting for us to start our day each day. And we got the chance to pitch Georgia to the Osaka Chamber of Commerce. And we had a great chance to do that. We brought a number of folks with us, including one of the great assets that this state has, that's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. The partnership that we have with Hartsfield-Jackson is second to none. The world's busiest airport. An airport that can get you to 80% of the U.S. market within 2 hours. And a partner that gets that they are an economic engine and can get you to Tokyo, Japan pretty easily. Now, it takes a little while, but it gets you to Tokyo, Japan very, very easily. And we're so proud to have Delta as a partner. We also had, as part of our group, got to visit the Entrepreneurial Museum of Challenge and Innovation. And we got, our group as a whole got a chance to go to the Kubota plant. And it was fantastic. Not only to see a great company that has a presence in Gainesville and Hall County and Jackson County, we got to climb into some tractors. And we got to get on some of the stuff and get a chance to really get to know Kubota a lot better. And we thank Kubota for their presence and for all they've done. Got a chance to have lunch with Nichihara in Nagoya. And then we got a chance to get on the bullet train. And I tell you, that was pretty cool. And that's a legal term, pretty cool. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And then we got to spend a couple of days in Tokyo. And one of the most impressive things we did was to host, an Aflac hosted for us, an existing industry reception at the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, Japan. It was one of the best things. We had about 250 or 300 companies that were there. Coca-Cola was here from around. There's so many companies that have a presence in the state of Georgia, so that we could say thank you, and that we could connect and reconnect and reestablish relationships, so that there can be future success for Japanese companies that have invested in Georgia, and more success for the people who work for those companies. And we were very excited to do that. We're excited to host another trade and investment seminar in Japan, and really we got an opportunity to try to recruit some new companies to Georgia. But you can't do that if you stay at home. You got to get out, and you got to build relationships and establish relationships. And there is no more important market for the state of Georgia than Japan. If you look at the activity that we have right now, Japanese companies are looking at the state of Georgia. Why? Because, again, the people in this room. Japanese companies know Georgia. They know Georgia because of you. They know Georgia because we've established an office there, and that we dedicate time and resources to improving that relationship, because we know how important it is, and we want to continue to grow that. And the companies that have come to Georgia have come for many reasons. It is a great place to do business here in the state of Georgia. We are a low-cost state. We're a low-regulatory state. We have Hartsfield-Jackson. We have the ports of Savannah and Brunswick. We have world-class universities. And let me tell you the other reason. Georgia's a great place to live. And why? Because we're genuinely friendly. We genuinely want people to come to our state to be successful, because you become a Georgian. And there's a reason we've gone from the 10th largest state to the 8th largest state just since Governor Deal has been in office, and that's because people want to be here. We have great restaurants. We have great sporting events. We have great golf courses. We have great sports teams. We have this burgeoning entertainment industry. And if you haven't seen Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 film here in Georgia, go out and see it, because you need to support Georgia films. But we are a place that people want to live, and we're very, very proud. And we've got great stories. And we've got companies that are all over this state. We've got Japanese companies that are in Savannah, that are in Gainesville. And I do want to mention, David Lucky's here from Griffin, and we have an interesting story in Griffin, Georgia. We have 3 Japanese companies that have located in that great community, and that's a unique story. To be able to see a community, then we've got, again, Gainesville has been wonderful, and Savannah has been wonderful. But to have 3 great companies there, and hopefully more, to create this ecosystem and create this cluster of Japanese companies that want to be in Griffin, Georgia, we are so very, very proud of. And we thank companies like YKK, the first Japanese company that's been here. Thank you for your investment. Thanks to all of you, Toyo Tire, and everybody that has invested in the state. We are looking for more opportunities. And everybody in this room is an ambassador for economic development. If we can help you be successful, we want to do that. If we can help you solve a problem, if we can talk with somebody that you think might like to be in Atlanta or the state of Georgia, as the Consul General said, Mayor Reed talks about it, we have more headquarters moving here all the time. Why? Because it makes sense. We want to help your companies and your friends and your customers and your suppliers come here as well. And I also want to say this, and like I said, it's a great place to live, and it is a great place to live because of what our Japanese friends have brought to our culture and who've brought to our state and have become part of who we are. We are proud that Macon, Georgia has one of the largest cherry blossom festivals in the country. And we are proud of the Japan America Society of Georgia and JETRO and the Chamber of Commerce and so many wonderful groups. But again, we can't do it without you. We are all in this thing together. We have been friends for a long time, and we plan on being friends for a lot longer down the road. And one of the great friends that we have had is Consul General Sanaga. And there have been toasts. And before I introduce the next band, Scott, as you told me, I would like to raise a toast to Consul General Sanaga. You have been a friend. We thank you for your friendship. We wish you nothing but the best in the future, and remember, once a Georgian, always a Georgian. Come alive. It is now my great pleasure. I'm supposed to talk slowly at this point to allow the musical entertainment a chance to get up and make their way over here. I want you to know that tonight's entertainment is Parsons Corner. There are 2 members of the Georgia Department of Economic Development that are in the band. Y'all think we're pretty good at recruiting companies. Wait till you hear these and the other 3 I don't know well, but I think they're going to be great too. I think we found the 6th member of Parsons Corner in Mississauga. And the band wanted y'all to know this. They have only played prior to tonight in front of friends and family. And they said that tonight is no different. It's just now in front of 300 friends and family. With that, I introduce Parsons Corner.